Hello, friends. Today we're going to read the book Jackie Robinson. As I'm reading, I want you to create a mental movie of what you are listening in our story and try to imagine what the story is telling us. I also want you to think about what's happening in the story and understand what the story tells us. Also, friends, we will be answering some questions on Nearpod as we read. So if you're reading from home, you can listen to the story and then go back to do your questions, and you can reference back to the video and if you need to look for an answer. If you're in person, then we'll be reading this out loud and we'll be stopping for you to answer questions on your Nearpod. Let's begin. Meet Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson was one of the greatest baseball players of all time. He was the first African American to ever play on a team of all white players. He inspired millions and changed the game of baseball forever. So now we can pause here. On your Nearpod, I want you to answer the questions, fill in the blanks. Jackie Robinson was a great blank player, and he was the blank African American to play on an all white team. You can pause the video if you need to. All right, let's continue. Jackie Roosevelt Robinson was born in Cairo, Georgia on January 31st, 1919. He had three brothers and one sister. Jackie's father left the family the year after Jackie was born. His mother moved the family to California and raised the children on her own. At the time, African Americans were treated badly in many places in the United States. Some white people did not want a black family living in their neighborhood. Jackie and his siblings were called names. Once, a neighbor even threw rocks at Jackie, but his mom would not move. Jackie was a great athlete. In high school, he won several awards. At junior college, Jackie was the starting quarterback on the football team. He was MVP, most valuable player, on an all star baseball team and broke records in track and field. Jackie moved to UCLA, the University of California at Los Angeles, in 1939. He played four different sports basketball, football, baseball, and track. During his senior year, Jackie was named the best all around athlete on the West Coast. While at college, Jackie met Rachel Isom. They later married and had three children together. Jackie became a soldier. During World War II, once again, he faced poor treatment because he was black. He left the army after 2 years. In 1945, Jackie began playing baseball for a team called the Kansas City Monarchs. The team was part of the Negro League. I want you to now think of what we've read so far. Go back to your Nearpod, and we're going to answer an open ended question. Why was Jackie Robinson treated badly? Go ahead and enter your answer, or you can record your answer. Why was Jackie Robinson treated badly? You can pause the video, and when you're ready, you can press play. At this time, a lot of America was segregated. Segregated means that whites and blacks are separated from everything they do. Major League Baseball, MLB, had only white players. In some places, African Americans could not eat in the same restaurants as whites. African American children could not go to the same schools as white children. Changing history. Branch Rickey wanted to end segregation in baseball. He needed a super athlete. He also wanted a strong person who would not get upset when angry people called him names. Branch chose Jackie to play for his team, the Brooklyn Dodgers. Jackie started playing for the Dodgers on April 15, 1947. Some people called him terrible names. Some even threatened to kill him. Other players tried to hurt him too. They hit him with pitches and kicked him with their cleats. Cleats are the shoes that they use in the sport. Jackie fought back by becoming one of the best players in the game. One of the best ever. Jackie's hard work paid off. In 1947, he was named baseball's Rookie of the Year. In 1949, he was the league MVP. Fans and players began to change their minds about him. Soon, talented players were joining MLB teams. He then retired, and then he showed every black player that he could be every bit as good as a white one. Even more important, he opened Major League Baseball to non white players.